Hello everybody! In this video I will teach you how to determine if a triangle is a right-angled triangle. We will look at 4 examples. Now it will work like this. Remember, the theorem of Pythagoras says that the hypotenuse squared is equal to one side squared plus the other side squared. And we know this as r squared is equal to x squared plus y squared. Now, when you want to prove that a triangle is indeed a right-angled triangle, you will do the opposite of the theorem of Pythagoras, since Pythagoras only works in a right-angled triangle. So what you do is you will take the left-hand side of this equation, which is the hypotenuse squared, and you will work it out, and you call that the left-hand side of the equation. And then you will do a separate sum, and it's x squared plus y squared. That means it's the one side squared plus the other side squared, and you call that the right-hand side of your equation. And then when your left-hand side is equal to your right-hand side, then you are indeed dealing with a right-angled triangle. So in fact, you are doing the opposite of the theorem of Pythagoras. Now let's look at an example. Example 1. Determine if triangle PQR is a right-angled triangle. So what you will do is, first of all, go to the triangle, and then do you agree that this is side little r, the side opposite angle r is little r. This will be little p, the side opposite angle p, and this one will be little q, the side opposite angle q. Then what you do, you start with the longest side squared. Remember, the longest side is the hypotenuse in a right-angled triangle. So we will do r squared. We will work out the value. R was 20. So 20 squared means 20 times 20, which is 400. Now then, this is the left-hand side of your equation. Then you draw a line to split the two sides, and then you do one side squared plus the other side squared. In fact, it is q squared plus p squared. And you say q was 16 squared plus p is 12 squared. 16 squared means 16 times 16, which is 256, plus 12 squared is 12 times 12, which is 144. And if you add those two, you end with 400. So therefore, can you see that r squared, the longest side squared, is indeed equal to the sum of the other two sides squared. Therefore, it's the opposite of the theorem of Pythagoras. Therefore, triangle PQR is indeed a right-angled triangle. Example 2. Determine if triangle NOP is a right-angled triangle. So when we go to the triangle, then this side is little n, this side is little o, and that side is little p. Again, we will start with the longest side squared, because the longest side in a right-angled triangle will be your hypotenuse. So the longest side in this triangle NOP is p squared, which is 6. 6 squared means 6 times 6, which is 36. Then we split our sum with a line, and then we do one side squared plus the other side squared, which will be o squared plus n squared. O is 5 squared plus and n is 4 squared. 5 squared means 5 times 5, which is 25, plus 4 squared means 4 times 4, which is 16. 25 plus 16 is 41. So what can you see? That b squared is not equal to o squared plus n squared. In other words, the longest side is not equal to the other side's sum squared. Therefore, triangle NOP is not a right-angled triangle. Before we continue, have you subscribed yet? Or you can like this video, and better yet, please tell your friends about my channel. Let's continue. Example 3. The following information is given. AB is 16 centimeters, BC is 63 centimeters, and AC is 65 centimeters. Is triangle ABC right angled? And if so, which angle is 90 degrees? Now, do you agree we need a sketch? So you make your own triangle, label it A, B, C. Now let's fill in the lengths. AB is 16, BC is 63, and AC is 65. So the question was, is triangle ABC right angled? Now, in order to answer that question, we need to prove the opposite of the theorem of Pythagoras. We call it the converse. So how will we do that? We always start with the longest side squared. In this case, it's AC squared, which was 65 squared, and that means 65 times 65 is 4,225. Then we separate the two with a line, and then we will do one side squared plus the other side squared. So that will be AB squared plus CB squared. 16 squared plus 63 squared. Then we will say 16 squared means 16 times 16, which is 256, plus, and 63 squared is 63 times 63, which is 3,969. And when we add the 2 there, we end with 4,225. So what can you say? You can say that AC squared, the longest side squared, is indeed equal to one side squared plus the other side squared. AB squared plus CB squared. So what do we know? We know that triangle ABC is a right-angled triangle. And then the second part of this question was, if so, which angle is 90 degrees? Now remember, the hypotenuse is the side opposite the right angle, the 90-degree angle. So the hypotenuse is also the longest side. So in this case, the longest side is the 65 AC, and we know that the right angle will be opposite B. So therefore, angle B will be the right angle. Example 4. Given the following sketch, calculate the size of x. Now when you go to the sketch, you will find x is this angle over there. So we need to find the size of the angle. So nowhere do they mention the theorem of Pythagoras. This is my job. If you look at triangle KLM, you can see that it's a triangle with 3 sides given, the lengths of 3 sides. So let's see if we can do the opposite of the theorem of Pythagoras, then maybe this will be a right angle triangle, and then we will know that angle X is 90 degrees. So let's start with the longest side squared. In this case, it's KL squared, 13 squared, 13 times 13, which is 169. And then a line in the middle, we split it, and then we will do one side squared plus the other side squared, which is Lm squared plus Km squared. Lm is 5 squared plus Km is 12 squared. 5 squared means 5 times 5, which is 25, plus 12 squared is 12 times 12, which is 144. When you add the two, you end with 169. So what can you see? You can see that KL squared is equal to Lm squared plus Km squared, and that is a right angle triangle. Therefore, x is 90 degrees. In the next video, we will do some real-life examples on the Theorem of Pythagoras. Click on the video in the left-hand corner to take you straight to the next video.